Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
What is up? We're finally back with the R1M this time. Let's get the party started. Try and get some 360 video today. Seems like we're gonna have some problems with that. Maybe not. I don't know what was beeping. Something was beeping.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
All right, New School Classics fam, we are finally back. We've had quite the saga unfold, and I'm back, baby, on a 2023 Yamaha R1M, brand new. Thing's got like 200 miles on it, not even broken in yet, not even close. But decided it would be a good day to go out, try to get some cool footage, and that's what we're doing. I got some new gear on. I got the AGV Pista RR carbon fiber helmet, and it's not the regular carbon fiber, it's the other kind. I forget the name. It slips away from me as I'm on the R1M. Got the adrenaline flowing. Forged carbon, that's what it is. I got a forged carbon AGV Pista RR, GPRR, whatever. Great helmet. Love the helmet. And love the bike too. As you guys may know, you may have seen my video, which is now removed for purposes I cannot disclose currently. You may see it back on the channel eventually, though. But I did go to Dallas and get a 2023 Ducati V4. What was it called? Man, I forgot the name of that bike too. Wow, what's wrong with me? But it was like a $42,000 bike. Unfortunately, it leaked oil after the first ride I had it, and I kind of just lost confidence in the bike. I mean, after spending that kind of money, the last thing you want to see is oil coming out of it on the first ride. So I dumped it for this R1M instead, because just the Japanese reliability, I'll never really have to worry about this thing giving me an issue. And this has the electronic suspension, just like my V4 had. This bike's just not leaking oil. Love the carbon fiber fairings. And the electronic suspension. I haven't messed with too much of the settings yet on this bike. Still getting to learn it. It's basically the R1 I had before. I just have electronic suspension now. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Got some aftermarket parts for this thing. Nothing too crazy yet. Just cosmetic stuff. Tail light, radiator guard, oil cooler guard, stuff like that. Wanted to make sure I ride this today because we got about a week's worth of rain coming in. And my uploads are just so inconsistent. But as usual, I've got a lot of stuff happening. Been trying to do a lot of things because YouTube just takes so much effort for no money. So it's hard for me to put all my focus into YouTube sometimes. So I've been trying to put my focus into things that will actually produce money. Even though YouTube might someday, but I would have to be really, really consistent and for a long time without making money, and it's just a lot of effort. And I wish I could just get paid a little bit of something. But hey, thanks for the 500 subs. I finally got there after 5 years. I hit the big 500. It only took 5 years of inconsistent uploads, but we got there. Spent a lot of money on different cars, showing everyone cars and spending a lot of time editing stuff, bikes, cars, for 500 subs. I'm very grateful though, because it took a long time. So hopefully we can get to 1,000 and then 10,000 one day if I'm lucky. So obviously I can't really give this bike a lot of juice right now as it is still being broken in. But I can get it up to about 7,000 RPMs safely without swaying away from braking procedure. But today is really just going to be about how the bike feels and how it tips into the corners. Getting some footage on this last nice day that we'll have for a while. Yeah, make sure I have my damn wallet. I do. Sometimes I'd be forgetting if I even got my wallet. Um, I got some shin high Alpine Star boots on. That's new. I used to just have some Alpine Star shoes. I switched over to like the calf high boots, which are very nice, a lot more stout. I'm actually wearing some motorcycle jeans right now too. They're supposed to be like, anti-road rash, like they won't tear if I were to crash. And they got little knee pads in there. And I got on a striker vest. I do still have the Dainese airbag vest. Sometimes I'll even double up. I'll wear the striker vest underneath the airbag vest. But not doing that today because trying to get some footage and it's just like too much stuff. But yeah. So I picked this bike up from Mountain Motorsports in Roswell, Georgia. They took my Ducati V4 SP2. That's what it was called, the SP2. Had carbon wheels and all that. They knew it was leaking oil, but that didn't faze them because you can't even get those bikes right now. I got really lucky. Lucky. I don't know if I should say lucky, but because it was leaking oil, but something definitely happened. I was supposed to go get a used V4R, but the condition of the bike was not as they described. It was like low on oil and they were revving it and stuff. And on the way to get that bike, we were driving to Dallas, and just for fun, we called up Ducati Dallas just to see what they had. They said they didn't have anything. So we were like, okay, well, that's fine. We just wanted to see. We're still going to get the V4R anyway. But then we got there to the place with the used V4R, and it was like not worth the money. It was like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode, and I wasn't about to drop $32K on that. So what's funny is, while we were looking at that bike and realizing it was a freaking turd, Ducati of Dallas called us and said, hey, guess what? We have an open slot for a 2023 Ducati V4 SP2 right now. You can come get it right now. Somebody backed out of it. So literally, as I was about to turn down a V4R I just drove 12 hours for, somebody within that time frame backed out of their SP2. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Granted, it was an extra $10,000, but I was like, well, hey, I'd rather get a brand new, more premium bike than this busted up, used, maybe grenaded V4R. So that's what I did. And it was a great bike. It rode great for the one day I rode it. But then, like I said, I woke up the next morning, there was a puddle of oil under it. So, but that's okay, because you know what? I'm a Yami guy. I love my Yamahas. And some of you may know, Christmas of 2022, I got rear-ended at about 50 miles an hour and broke my back. I believe it was my L1 S5 vertebrae that got fractured. My bike would not start after I went to go put some gas in it. Battery must have been dead. The coldness and just deteriorated the stock Yamaha battery. And these engines need a lot of amperage to start up, and the battery was just toast. We even tried jumping it off a car. We tried everything. Couldn't get it to start. Didn't have anybody who could tow it. It's Christmas night, like at 7 p.m. Christmas Day. So I couldn't really get any help from anybody. And I was only maybe like 3 or 4 miles away from my house at the time, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to have to push it. So that's what I started doing. I started pushing it, and my girlfriend was following me in her car. We both had our hazards on, we both had our flashers on, and I was pushing it on the shoulder, and a car ran into her because they were like texting and driving or something, and I was right in front of her. So when the car hit her, she then hit me. I went flying, and my back was in really bad shape. Fortunately, I'm still here, and I'm still able to walk, but I was messed up for a little while. I could not walk for a little while. Oh, well, this Yamaha really feels good. It feels just like the standard R1. This one just looks a little prettier. It's a little more exclusive. I got a numbered plaque here on my gas tank. I got number 2168. And the carbon fiber fairings just look amazing. I could really feel the electronic suspension on the Ducati V4 SP2, and I feel like on this bike I don't feel it as much as I did on the V4 SP2. However, that may just be like some kind of setting I haven't messed with yet. Perhaps I can adjust the suspension in a manner to where it would be more noticeable. Because right now it's on T2 for the suspension, so I don't know how many more adjustability it has and which way means what, but I'll figure it out eventually, so stay tuned for those videos when I do figure everything out. But everything else is exactly the same as the standard R1. Accelerates good, feels very balanced, feels light. The riding position is really aggressive, as it's supposed to be. We are on a super sport. But yeah, you can't go wrong with this bike, or even just the regular R1s. Out of all the bikes in the out of all the leader bikes in the $17,000 to $30,000 price range, I would definitely go with a standard R1 or the R1M. Granted, I've never ridden a Fireblade SP, and although those look pretty nice, maybe I'm just used to the R1s. I feel at home on an R1 as opposed to anything else. And I just trust this platform. I trust the bike. If you tune it, it makes a lot of power. When I got hit on Christmas, my bike, of course, got totaled, but I had just put a Woolwich tune and an Akrapovic Evolution exhaust system, full exhaust system, and that bike made 196 horsepower to the wheel. So that's over 200 crank horsepower it was making. And, standard R1 cost you about $17,000 plus tax, plus exhaust and tune add another $3,000 to $4,000. I mean, you're looking at maybe $22,000, $23,000 all in. and you got a leader bike making almost 200 wheel. And the way that thing popped and burbled with the exhaust was so intoxicating. That's all you wanted to do was hear that exhaust sound and that noise. It was great. I miss that bike, but here I am back again on the R1, the more premium R1, the R1M, and I am much more attracted to this bike. It's very pretty. And I guess I can kind of feel a little bit of electronic suspension. The Ducati was just like riding on clouds, though. Like, it just took all the bumps out of the road for you. I think maybe this one does too, but it's almost just hard to feel this electronic suspension when you're coming off a brand new V4 SP2. I think is the problem. But this bike is just as smooth as can be. Downshifts, quick shifter. It's got the up and down quick shifter. Very smooth. Very compliant. Looks like they had some gravel over here recently. I was being a little extra careful. Don't want to crash again. Don't want to be involved in any type of accident. Especially not on my brand new R1M. Yeah, guys, I gotta talk a little crap for a second too. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Let's see, Fastlane D. I mean, some of y'all are just corny, bro. I can't even lie. Fastlane D with the baby! Like, that shit is so annoying, bro. Please stop that shit. It is not a catchphrase. It is not, like, making us want to watch your shit anymore. Like, no hate. Like, I'm not trying to hate, but it's just like, bro, you keep hitting us with the baby! And it's just, like, so obnoxious. Let's see, who else? I don't know. 650 Ebe. His ass be just too excited all the time. Like, I get it, these bikes are fun, but damn, calm down a little bit. You're like 50 years old, acting like you're at your first birthday party for yourself. And it's just like the YouTube algorithm, they're so sucked into the YouTube algorithm that they force this like fake personality because they think like the more excited you are like all the time, that the better the video is going to be. It's like, that doesn't make the video good. You sitting here just saying, oh my god, and baby, it doesn't make the video good. It makes me cringe, actually, and it makes me turn the video off. Okay? Just be real. A lot of people on YouTube have a hard time being real, and like, not me, dude. Like, I'm just gonna say exactly what I want to say and what comes to mind, and I'm not gonna force excitement and all that. The bike will do that for me. The bike will speak the excitement for me. I don't have to fucking overdo it. Yeah, we're hitting up my little route right now. There's a little speed for you. Not much, but a little something. Gotta keep it under 7. I'm breaking her in properly. Gotta do it for my own peace of mind. It's a $27,000 motorcycle before tax, so I gotta take good care of it. Gotta make sure she lasts forever. Some of these roads can be a little treacherous. Got people doing all kinds of crap out here. There's a little pull. These are all just baby pulls too, guys. This is 50%. Half the RPMs. I'm only going up to halfway. So it's not going to be some super fast, crazy riding. Like you would see, what's his name do? The guy that crashes all the time. And he rides the BMW S1K. What's his name? Max Wrist. It's not going to be a Max Wrist ride. But, you know, I don't know. I've already been in enough motorcycle accidents. So call me scared. I'll be scared. But I'm going to stay alive long enough to enjoy these bikes for a long time, regardless if I'm racing, being a street Rossi. Take that shit to the track. That's something I really want to do. I've never done it yet. I've never gone to the track. It's got to happen. Luckily, my buddy with the V4R has a trailer, and he plans on going to the track, so hopefully I can somehow tag along with him one time with the R1M and finally get a true super sport experience like you're supposed to get on this bike. This belongs on a track. I mean, all of them belong on a track, and you can just consider it somewhat of a privilege just to be able to ride it on the street. Because, I mean, it's just, you're not going to get to do anything with this on the street like you would on a track. So you just got to take it for what it is on the street. Don't die. And just enjoy being on a race bike legally on the street. And just play it safe, you know. But yeah, let's talk about the car situation for a minute. I know some of you have been with me for a while. You've seen me go through a lot of cars. Well, let's start back from when I had the yellow C8R. Great car, loved it. Turn that shit off. Fuck. Alright. Anyways, trying to do a damn video, you know? This is a fun road to be on. Little baby bull. This is a really fun road to be on when your bike's fully broken in. Just be careful. This is some real back road stuff right here. Yay. I'm glad I got out today. Nobody's on these roads out here. It's just me, myself, and my R1M. Just out here doing it. Weather feels really good. But yeah, thanks to all you guys checking out my videos. I was supposed to be talking about my cars, I think, and then the music turned on. So let's get back into that so we're not just sitting here in awkward silence as I ride the R1M. I had a 2022 3LT Z51 C8R edition C8 that I bought brand new off the showroom floor at the beginning of 2022. I kept it for a while. I racked up like 9,000 miles on it. Awesome car. We were looking to move at the time, so I sacrificed the car for a wide body scat pack, and they paid me like $40,000 to take a brand new 2022 fully loaded wide body scat pack, blue with black stripes, red seats, and I figured I would be happy enough with that, and then we could move to a new house. Well, a whole bunch of things frickin' exploded in my face. I had to fire my realtor, and you know, there's been a job I've been trying to get in the county that I live in that's taken a long time. So wound up deciding not to move. And once I realized I wasn't going to move, that's when I was like, oh man, why do I have this frickin' scat pack? And that's when I went and got the jailbreak. Then after I got the jailbreak, I was like, man, I kind of want to see what the Shelby GT500 is talking about. So I had a jailbreak Charger, 2022, brand new, and I had a 2022 Shelby GT500. Those were both cool cars, but the thing about those cars is they're going to land you in jail. Because the only thing that those cars are good at doing is breaking the law and the speed limit. So what I realized after owning such high horsepower cars was no matter how cool the jailbreak and the Shelby GT500 is, driving them on the street is just really impractical. It's just too much power. And every time you get behind the wheel, your foot is saying, come on, man, we can go deeper. This car wants more, and the car does want more. It wants to go way over 70. It wants to go way over 80. So every time you're driving the Shelby or the jailbreak, you would be lying if you said you don't consistently hit triple-digit speeds. So I was like, man, I gotta get rid of these before I get in a lot of trouble. Otherwise, if I just obeyed the law with those cars, they wouldn't be any fun. And then it's like, why do I own $200,000 worth of high horsepower American muscle if I'm not going to use them, you know? And I don't have that much time to be taking them to a track and all that, so it just wasn't practical. So that's kind of when I realized I wanted something else. So I went and got a 2022 Audi R8. I traded both of the muscle cars in for a 2022 Audi R8. Unfortunately, it was used. It only had 1,600 miles on it. But I got them to put it on a lift during the buying process because I just wanted to see the underside. They put it on the lift wrong because it wasn't an Audi dealership. It was a Dodge dealership. So that should have been red flag number one. Dodge dealership, and you're buying an Audi R8 from them. But long story short, they potentially damaged the chassis by putting the car on the lift wrong. And the rocker panel was definitely messed up. And I also tried buffing the clear coat for my first time ever, attempting to do a buff job. And that was a big mistake, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to buffing. And I think I made the paint way worse than it was originally. So then I was like, man, this car is expensive. It needed brakes. That was like $6,000. They had hot spots on the rotors. So I was just like, man, fuck this car. I'm not digging deeper into this Audi. So I then traded it for a 2021 C8Z51 coupe. And that's what we got now. I want to stop at this Sunoco gas station. Because they got the race fuel. I'll tell you a piece of gear that I'm currently wearing that I never got until I got this expensive ass helmet. But I should have had one of these. I'm actually wearing a, I guess it's called a baklava. A baklava. It's basically just like an underpiece for your head to protect your helmet from like sweat. It's such a nice helmet, I don't want to fucking sweat all in it, you know? But it's actually really nice because I feel like it makes you cooler. And that's what one of the things they say it's designed to do. It's designed to make you cooler. And I feel like it does. Like, I never sweat when I have this thing on, which is great. And another thing, you know how, like, when you take your helmet off and you got, like, all those lines across your forehead? This helps, like, minimize that when you wear this baklava, little under piece for your helmet. So not only does it save your helmet from sweat, it makes you cooler, and it spares your head of those helmet marks, so you don't look like crap when you take your helmet off. So I think it was like $20, worth the money. The fuck is going on here? Bad news for me. Motherfuckers are gonna be wanting to pass.
Artlist.io.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, myself
Music licensing reimagined.
Do everything in front of me, might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto, learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record, I'm
Baby!
my jersey early, whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that.
Artlist.io.
Intense breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen.
Trying to extend this, see what happens.
Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs.
Oh.
Hit the ground and it go off, yeah, hit the ground and it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss.
Oh, that worked.
I don't even know what it costs.
Oh.
Hit the ground and it go off.
Went back pretty quick.
Music licensing reimagined.
We'll leave it like that.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than him. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, jabbing out
Full day for a ride on the 2023 Yamaha R1M.
I'm a big bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to the
Artlist.io.
Really want to get this bike broken in. I've broken in so many bikes. It's kind of a painful process, you know. You can't have fun on the bike until it's broken in. And it takes such a long time. Let's see, where am I at with mileage? 213 miles, that's it. That is it. I've got another 300 and 77 miles to go. Or I can change the oil. I get 35 miles to the gallon though. Pretty good.
Artlist.io